I help people. Help people? My God, you listen to yourself? Well, your dad and all the niggas you and your little minions them plotted on in between. Tiana, Khadijah, Lenny, Carvel, him, her, him, bodies. They're all dead. I can still save it. Even if you do understand, it doesn't make a difference.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Snowfall, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Snowfall Season 5, Episode 8. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And as I told you guys in my quick thoughts, early impressions video, this episode was flat out crazy. Your boy Franklin Saint, man. This dude's mindset, the demons that he is going through in his head, had your boy tripping, man. It had him tripping. That LSD that Scully spiked that chocolate with had everybody tweaking out in this episode. And as Scully told Franklin, he said, only with the death of ego can we walk the higher path. We know throughout the whole series of Snowfall, Franklin's ego has always been in the way. He's been doing things the way he wants to do them, and he wants to control everything, right? And he believes that by him controlling everything, it's the best move for everybody. But we know it is consequences for his actions. We saw the consequences of his actions in the past when it came to Kevin. Of course, we saw the consequences of his actions in the past when it came to Manboy and Scully. Getting involved in that whole gang war was a huge mistake, and a lot of people got dropped off, including Scully's daughter, right? So Franklin has always suffered the consequences of his actions. We already know in season 3, he ended up getting shot, toe up, almost died because he decided to take out Melanie's pops. She came back and got revenge on him. So the things that Scully is telling him is true. That ego getting in the way, you're going to have to let it go. And at the same time, Franklin made a decision to be in the drug game. And when you got people getting in your way, you have to make a decision to whether let them live or take them out. Because if you don't, they're going to end up causing a threat for you and your family. And we know that Franklin, he ain't about to go down like that. He will eliminate the threat at all costs. And in this episode, man, that LSD had him tweaking out, and it made him realize, regardless of what decision that he makes, it will be consequences. And if his ego is in the way, like it's been in the past, those consequences, of course, they're going to get worse. And we're seeing it right now. The question is it too late? We know he told Aunt Louie that he probably should have just saw her as a partner instead of trying to control her. But she told him she's going to do her own thing. And in her eyes, it is too late. As Franklin Saint told himself, even if you understand, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to matter. I mean, you're already in it too deep. So whatever's going to happen, I guess it's going to happen. We're going to see what Franklin's going to do down the line as far as trying to fix all these different issues. I don't see it ending well, especially after all the mess that he has got himself in with Teddy. Of course, Aunt Louie doing what she wants to do. And I'm just waiting for the aftermath, y'all, because you already know it is about to go down. But you guys, leave your theories, predictions, leave it all down below. I'm going to try to focus on the key points in this episode. This is one of those episodes where you had to go back and watch some things twice or maybe even 3 times to clearly understand what was going down. So if I don't get everything, you guys, let me know down below. We can discuss those different things that was missed out. But I will say this, your boy Damson, go ahead and give him an award. He needs his own award made up. Now I understand why he said that episode 8 was his best work to date. It makes sense now because the dude was killing it. He was killing it, man. I watched that, certain scenes over and over again, especially when he was going back and forth with himself, talking about bodies. He was naming all those people off. I mean, he was in the zone. That's what you call in the zone. He was not playing around. So we're going to see if they're going to finally give him his props. He's been dominating for years and years, and it seems like he doesn't get the credit that he truly deserves. Y'all know how these award shows be, man. They don't be trying to get people that deserve to win what they truly deserve. They be picking all types of different people that ain't even on the person that should have won's level. But it is what it is. I don't really take those shows serious anyway because it's more of a popularity contest. And we already know they pick and choose who they want to win an award anyway. But it is what it is. But let's start this recap. What did we see in episode 8 titled Celebration? And it was a hell of a celebration in this episode. Now the episode begins with your girl Aunt Louie. She has decided to meet up with Teddy. And of course, she wants to talk about making a deal with him. She wants to buy a product directly from Teddy. She wants to cut Franklin out of the picture, right? And Teddy asks her, does Franklin know about this? And she says no. And she tells him she could have went to the Colombians, but she has decided to come to him. And he tells her, well, I guess it's better to go with the devil that you do know. So it seems like Teddy is cool with making this move with Aunt Louie. At the same time, as I told you, Gustavo is being underestimated by Teddy. I believe down the line, Gustavo will let Franklin know exactly what's going on. That is my prediction, and I hope and pray that Gustavo does exactly what I'm talking about. Now, Sissy meets up with Ruben, and he wants to know when she's going to get some information for him, right? He wants Teddy. At the end of the day, we know Sissy does not want to put Franklin at a risk to go down for any of this. So Sissy decides to tell him that, look, you can just come on to the wedding. A lot of the big rollers are going to be there and you can possibly get some intel there. And I'm thinking like, are you crazy? Like, you really want to do this? Okay. We know she regretted this later on in the episode, but to me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But hey, this is what she wants to do. The sad part is she wants to get Teddy. That is the whole agenda, to get Teddy. And Teddy ain't even at the wedding. Now we get to your girl Veronique, and man, you tell me, why in the hell is she even there? Why did she think this was a smart idea to pop up at Kane's spot, tell Kane exactly who she is, tell Kane that, hey, Franklin has a baby on the way, I'm his baby's mom, hey, I'm Veronique. Like, really? Are you crazy? Then you're gonna ask him, is he done yet? Even though he's already made a deal with Leon to not hit back, but I don't trust Kane anyway. I understand what she's doing, but I don't trust him. But at the same time, his word is his word, right? But for her to go there, to me, makes zero sense. So now he knows Franklin's weakness. Now he knows, like, hey, if I want to get back at Franklin, I'm going to go right for her. You know what I'm saying? And she does ask him, like, look, is me and my baby safe? And he tells her, look, I intend to keep my word, and you ain't got a damn thing to worry about from me. Does it mean that you ain't got nothing to worry about from someone else? I mean, as I told you guys, this whole move from Veronique makes zero sense. I understand she wants to feel like she's protected and safe, but you're messing with Franklin. Ain't no safe in this game. You know what I'm saying? You already signed up for it. You made that decision to be with him, and this is the lifestyle. So get used to it, right? Get used to it. At the same time, I'm pretty sure that Kane's going to feel some type of way after Detective Bucko makes that hit on him in the next episode. And he's probably going to change his mind on who he wants to make moves on. Now, we get to Uncle Jerome and Aunt Louie. Of course, she is telling him she has made a deal with Teddy to get the drugs from him directly. And of course, Franklin is not a part of this deal. Uncle Jerome tells her, like, look, he is not about to go to war with blood. That is the last thing that he is trying to do. She tells him that's not going to happen, and she's doing what she has to do to protect their futures. This is the best move for them. We already know it's going to be some consequences. I'm telling you that right now. She thinks it's going to go the way that she plans, but it's not. She's going to find out the hard way. I can't wait to see the aftermath of all of this. Now we get to the wedding. Aunt Louie and Uncle Jerome are finally getting married. And everybody's there all dressed up looking good. Your boy Scully, he there, and he's talking to one of the young ladies there. And we see all the chocolate that she has. Scully tells her to go get him something to drink. And then he decides to spike the whole chocolate with some LSD. Gonna have everybody on cloud nine. Everybody gonna be tweaking. And this was all a part of his game plan, man. In his eyes, he's like, look, I gotta do what I gotta do. And I know he felt good about making that move. In the meantime, of course, Ruben is there. His partner is there, ducked off. And they're trying to get some intel for the KGB agency That way they can track down and take down Teddy. But as I said, Teddy ain't even there in the first place. So this whole move to try to get that intel, it doesn't really work in my opinion. Then we get back to Uncle Jerome and Louie. They finally make it official. They both say I do, and now they are officially a married couple. It's looking good for them, right? The wedding is good. I mean, I guess this is the quiet before the storm, because we know everybody starts to get a taste of that chocolate that's laced with LSD. Now, while all this is happening, we know the KGB intelligence agency, they're getting some pictures of a lot of people. Of course, Uncle Jerome, he getting pictures taken of Gustavo, Franklin. I mean, I'm looking like this ain't looking too good. I mean, y'all getting more information on just Franklin and his people. Y'all ain't getting nothing on Teddy. And I guess, I mean, these are just pictures. Now, your boy Ruben, he is there. He done combed his hair back, trying to blend in like he ain't doing nothing. And he's up there serving drinks. I don't trust the dude at all. He was looking like he spiked the drinks that he was going around giving out to people. All I say is this, the dude cannot be trusted. Now, Franklin, he goes and he gets him some chocolate covered strawberries. And since he's not drinking, I guess he has decided to take a little bit more. I mean, the girl ended up pretty much just telling him, look, take more since you're not drinking. And this was probably the biggest mistake that Franklin could have made in this episode, because the LSD hit him harder than anybody else that was at this wedding. I mean, it hit quick. It popped up out of nowhere like taking an edible. And when it popped up, it wasn't looking too good for your boy. Now, Veronique tells Franklin she's just going to leave, which is going to give him more time to spend with his family. And I'm surprised, because I just knew she was going to take one of those chocolate covered strawberries, but she's like, nah, I am good. I mean, I'm looking like if she would have did that, she really would have been on cloud 9. Now, your girl Wanda, she is here at the wedding, and your boy Franklin, he's thanking her for all the stuff she's done as far as his whole business, and he thinks that, you know, it would be a good idea for her to manage some places. And he hugs her, he picks her up. I'm looking like, yeah, this shit kicking in. You know what I'm saying? It is kicking in for sure. And it's definitely kicking in for your boy Gustavo. Look at him. I mean, the dude, he is starting to lose it. And we know Gustavo was turning up in this episode as well. Now, your boy Chris Lofton, he is here once again. And he's having a good old time with Candy. They happy they out there in California spending money, having a good old time at the wedding. And they're sitting down with Franklin and Sissy. And Sissy understands that something's not right with Franklin. Franklin is very animated. He's loud. He is acting in a different type of manner. And she understands that something's up with her son. She's not feeling it at all. His behavior is completely different. We do know she does talk to him later on in the episode. Now we get to your boy Scully, and he tells Franklin, like, look, only with the depth of ego can we walk the higher path. And this is what I was talking about at the very beginning of the video. We know Franklin's ego has been in the way the entire series. In this episode, he saw his ego firsthand and what he's been doing. And by the end of the episode, we can start to see that Franklin kind of wants to change some things, right? Because he understands that in the past, those consequences was very, very crucial, and it's affected everyone. And now he's dealing with it right now. So he believes it is still time to fix certain things, but we know and ain't enough time left. And regardless of if it is enough time left, the outcome is probably going to be the same thing. Now, Franklin starts to tweak out. The LSD is really starting to kick in. He is seeing different things, hearing different things, and the man is straight up losing it, right? He's losing it. Now, he runs into Ivy. They have like a very quick little, interaction. Then Franklin ends up running away, like he has to get up out of there, like someone is coming for him. He has a conversation with Leon, and Leon is talking about maybe Uncle Jerome and Louie will calm down and they can finally start to fix things with their people. And as they're having this conversation, Franklin starts to run off talking about he got to go piss. And look at him. I mean, his face is drooling. I mean, it's dropping. I mean, the man looked like Buddy Love from The Nutty Professor. I mean, the man is on his Eddie Murphy stuff up in this episode. And as I told you guys, that LSD hitting real hard on Franklin, seeing that he took all those chocolate covered strawberries. So you already know it's going to get to him that much quicker and more severe. Now, in his dreams and nightmares, his mental, he sees Rob. And Rob is pretty much telling him, like, look, man, I was never going to, turn on you. I had your back. Of course, Franklin, he ain't going for that. He tells Rob that he did not want to kill him. He just did what he had to do. And Rob does mention that, look, your father, he died because of you. Franklin ain't really trying to hear it. All of a sudden, your boy Rob says, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just take you out. So Rob shoots Franklin and tells him right before he shoots him that you killed me because you couldn't control me anymore. But we know Franklin told him, like, no, I killed you because you was on that pipe. And, you know, they just kept going back and forth. But Rob said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just end you right here, right now. Now, Sissy understands that someone has laced some LSD in one of the food products because everybody's tweaking out. Everybody is pretty much just high as a kite. And she realizes, like, man, I got to go save Franklin. Where is he at? Now, Gustavo, look at him. He on one. That LSD hitting his system real good. And the man was out there all on the ground, falling all out. I mean, he was tweaked out for real. But Gustavo, I'm thinking this man probably done took something else before the LSD even got in his system. And I would not be surprised if he did. But he was laid out. Then we get to your boy Franklin. Sissy goes and she, tells him to wake up. Everything is good. He is talking about Rob and the stuff that he has been through. And he is letting a lot of truth out. He says that Rob tells him that he killed his pops and he was not feeling that. Now, Sissy does tell him, like, look, it's just the LSD. You just got to calm down. It will eventually get out your system. And she tells Franklin that she would not do anything to hurt him, right? And Franklin is like, what's wrong? And this is where your girl Sissy, she kind of hits a switch. She says, what's wrong is I got a son that will put white people before his family and that will put money before God. And that Franklin does everything for himself. And she's like, man, where did you get this from? We didn't raise you like that. Your pops did not raise you like that. And she was getting at Franklin. Franklin snaps and tells her, don't give him any tongue. And the way he said it, that man said it like a drunk uncle, pissed off. I mean, he wasn't playing at all. Look at his face. I'm telling you right now, they need to go ahead and just give this dude some type of award. I mean, make something up because this dude is killing this role. He is killing this episode, man. And the way he said it to her, she was in her feelings and she got up out of there. Now, Sissy, she goes back out and she runs into Ruben and the LSD is getting into her system. Of course, she's in her feelings about what Franklin just told her. And she tells him, like, look, this is a mistake. I want you to go. I want you to leave my family alone. I mean, the LSD is really getting into her. And of course, she is telling him entirely too much. Ruben is like, screw all this. I got to get up out of here. And then Leon walks up and he's able to calm Sissy down and tells her he's going to allow her to sit in his car to take a nap. Now we get back to your boy Franklin and he is tweaking out. The man think he got a strap, but in reality, he ain't got nothing. And he's talking to Veronique, but this conversation with Veronique is how Franklin is really feeling. And he believes that he's going to lose her and the baby. And of course, he understands that in this lifestyle, he cannot be, a businessman and a gangster. You know what I'm saying? He can't be legit and, of course, be in the drug game. It's just not going to work out like that. And Veronique tells him, like, look, at the end of the day, you're going to have to get rid of us in order to survive, or we will have to betray you, right? So now Franklin understands that at the end of the day, none of this is going to work out in his favor, and he does not want to lose his family. But we already know Veronique, she is willing to do whatever it takes to protect her and that child. We already saw her go to Kane, which I don't think made any sense, but in her mind, she believes she's doing what she has to do for insurance just to make sure that her and that child is protected. And at the end of the day, that's exactly what she's going to do. And if she has to betray Franklin, she will do that in order for her and that child to make it out alive. Then we get to Uncle Jerome and Aunt Louie, and of course that LSD is hitting, right? But if you look in the background, my man's is clapping old girl's cheeks, man. He's getting it in. And I'm looking like, man, okay, he having a good old time at this wedding. And Uncle Jerome and Aunt Louie, they're pretty much expressing their feelings. All I really know is this. Aunt Louie is telling Uncle Jerome that he always stood up for her no matter what. She comes from the streets and, a lot of people just saw her as, somebody that they can get some cheeks from. Jerome is telling her that he cannot see himself with nobody else but her. He loves her no matter what, even if they're arguing or whatever. So they're pretty much just telling each other that they love one another. Now we get to your boy, Avi and Leon. And Avi is pretty much telling Leon, like, look, in order to have your own thoughts, you need to travel. So we know Avi is going to inspire Leon to travel the world. This is why I believe he ended up telling Wanda, like, look, I'm trying to go to Africa and I want you to go with me. But man, Avi and Leon definitely had a very interesting relationship this season. They had more development within their storyline, in my opinion. Now, Franklin, he walks into this room and he sees the telephone. And I'm thinking like, man, I hope you don't do this. I hope you don't do this. But he does do it. He goes to the telephone, he's talking, and he ends up telling Teddy, like, look, you know, you did all this stuff for me. You helped me get into the game and all that. But I know how this is all going to end. I know how you're thinking that, you know, maybe you got to take me out. But before you take me out, I'm going to kill you first. So he's actually telling Teddy this over the phone. But in his head, it is happening right then and there. But it's all in his mind. So it doesn't seem like it's real to Franklin. But then again, it is actually reality. And he was having a real conversation with Teddy. So now Teddy understands that Franklin is going to try to kill him first. So now Teddy understands, like, look, I need to really get rid of this dude. I got to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's at all costs, because if I am not, this dude is going to catch me slipping and he's going to take me out first. Now, Parissa tells Teddy, like, look, they're at the wedding. That means he's not at home. So maybe we should pop up at his spot and get some info on this dude. Now, we get to Big Dion and your boy, Johnny. They out there fist fighting and it's all fun for real. Johnny out there having a good old time. He's just laughing, spitting blood out. Wanda has to come in and break it up and tell them, like, look, y'all need to stop because that LSD is going to eventually wear off and then y'all going to wake up with all bruises and bloody and stuff. So just chill out. Your boy Johnny, he ain't really, you know, worried about anything. They end up hugging it out and call it a day. I'm glad your boy Chris Lofton was able to come back into Snowfall, and I'm hoping we get more of the Little Rock, Arkansas storyline down the line. Now, Wanda and Leon are having a conversation. Leon is feeling her. He's picking her up and stuff, telling her, like, look, maybe you should come with me to Africa because I'm going to go to Africa. And Wanda is looking at him like, really, dude? Like, are you crazy? Why would you even ask this right here, right now? And we also know that Wanda did not take any of, you know, the strawberries because she is allergic to that chocolate or whatever. So she has no LSD in her system at all. So, of course, her mind is very, very clear. And then we get to the best part of the episode, in my opinion. Franklin Saint is going up against his own self, his real thoughts on how he truly feels about the things that he has done in his life. This is his life pretty much just telling him, like, look, your life is my failure. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff you've been doing. It's crazy because your boy Scully was just talking about this early on in the episode about ego. And Franklin does have a very huge ego. He believes that everything he's done is for the better good. But in reality, it is just for him. Trying to control things. All the people that he has taken out. And Franklin does mention, like, look, I help people. And that is when reality tells him, like, look, you help people? Listen to yourself, man. Think about all the bodies you done dropped off. And the way that he delivered this actual scene was just legendary, man. It was legendary. He was talking about him, her, bodies. I mean, the dude was in the zone, as I told y'all earlier. He was not playing around with this scene. He wasn't playing around. And he made you feel it for real. And he's not lying. He ain't lying at all. This is all the stuff Franklin has been up to. Of course, he is talking about how he made all of his people rich and he's put them in a better position, right? He took care of them, but they don't see it like that. Franklin tells himself, like, no, they don't see it like that. You know this. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to control them and do what you want to do, but in reality, they don't even see it like that. And deep down inside, you know the truth. And Franklin is talking about, look, I can still fix this. I can still save everything. But we know in reality, even if Franklin understands all of this, it's still not going to make a difference, right? This is what he is told. This is what he is really thinking about. It's not going to make a difference, man. You got everybody in danger for real. and it's only going to end one way. So I want to see how you're going to fix this. How will this actually play out for him? As your boy Scully has stated, only with the death of ego can we walk the higher path. So yes, I believe some of the ego that Franklin has gotten will, of course, die, or at least died off in this episode. Franklin does still have his ways. He's still going to do things the way that he wants to do them, but maybe this time around, he can make better decisions based off what he's been through. He does go and tell Leon, like, look, I understand why you wanted to step away from the game. You wanted to be a better person. You wanted to do better, and it is very understandable. So it is good to see Franklin actually tell Leon this, because we know Franklin was trying to control Leon, telling him, no, you're not leaving. You're going to continue to do business with me no matter what, because of what I've done for you. Then we get to your boy Teddy, and of course he has went to Franklin's spot. He is, taking pictures of documents. We know in the last episode, Teddy was in talks about getting information about Franklin's account. He wants to wipe everything clean from Franklin. He's trying to take all of his money. And this is what makes Teddy dangerous, because he is able to make moves and Franklin doesn't even know about this. Hopefully Franklin is able to find out about what Teddy is doing, or hopefully he is just able to get rid of him in general. Now Parissa's out there all, touching on herself. This girl's a straight up freak. She is freaky, deaky. I mean, I haven't seen anyone like her on this show. This girl definitely has some issues, but as of right now, Teddy and her, they clicking. I say she can't be trusted based off some of the stuff that she's been talking about thus far. Then we get to your boy Detective Bucko. He has the spot, he has the location of your boy Kane, and he is about to make that move. Based off the episode 9 trailer, we know one of the officers ends up getting hit, and I'm pretty sure your boy Kane, he ends up surviving. And as I told you guys, that's the last thing that Aunt Louie wants to happen, because we know that's going to cause the ripple effect, and that means it's going to be more of a war down the line. And at the end of the episode, Aunt Louie and your boy Franklin, they dance together, and Franklin, he's letting the whole ego thing go. He is telling her, look, he's sorry about how he's treated her. He should have treated her more like a partner, and maybe it is still time to fix this. She tells Franklin, like, look, ain't gonna be no more time, because she's gonna go her own way and do things that way she wants to do them. This is what she's been telling him the whole season, but now it seems like she is ready to make that final move. And then she gives Franklin the kiss of death, right on the lips, letting him know, like, look, I'm up out of here. This is who she really is, y'all. So we gonna see down the line if Aunt Louie's game plan and this move to go against Franklin right behind his back. He doesn't even know she's making deals with Teddy. We know when he finds out, he's not going to be happy about it, and it's going to be some major consequences. The question is, what will Franklin do once this information is put out? But overall, man, this episode was flat out crazy. It was a different type of episode, and I knew it was going to be a different type of episode. This is one of those episodes that you got to watch multiple times to catch everything. And, I try to catch what I can. As I told you guys, if I miss anything, you leave it down below. But your boy Scully, he set the foundation of the episode by putting that LSD in that chocolate, and he had everybody on one, man. Made everything more interesting, in my opinion. Your boy Damson, man, he delivered in this episode as Franklin Saint. Put on one of the best performances that I've seen in the show, and I understand why he explained why this is his best work to date. But you guys let me know, man, what did you think about episode 8? Leave your theories, predictions, leave it all down below, man. I will be talking about more of Snowfall season 5 this week. We're going to talk about episode 9, and we got to talk about all the things that's about to happen, man, because Aunt Louie, this game plan that she got, I got a feeling it's not going to end well. And your boy Kane, he ain't dead, or he's supposed to get hit in the next episode, and he's supposed to be dead, but no. That's definitely not happening, in my opinion. So we're going to talk about that in the next video. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.